Hello everyone, and hello to the brave investors. I say brave investors as a joke, I guess, because the market is going down. Obviously this year we're in a correction. Things aren't really all that pretty, and if you're still sticking around, congratulations to you. Have patience, and eventually this thing will all pass, because it always does. You can't have a bear market forever, so think about that. So this video is going to be about a company that you've heard of. I'm pretty sure everyone has heard of before. They're not doing bad. I mean, they're not. The financials aren't bad at all. The stock is, in my opinion, at like the most undervalued point it has ever been in its history. And so for me, this is an automatic buy, right? And I'm gonna share this with you. Obviously, it's not financial advice, and you'll also have to do your own due diligence just in case if you're interested, right? Don't base your buy decision on my video. Before we get started with the stock though, I mean, the market, like I said, it's going down big time. NASDAQ, everyone. The NASDAQ year to date is down 10.42%. The S&P 500 year to date is down 4.5%. or 4.59, 4.6%, right? This year though, because the markets are, insane, it's a very uncertain environment. Over on the Discord, and I'm not saying this for you to join the Discord. Let me explain something real quick, and then you'll see what I mean. You don't have to join my Discord, all guys. You can just subscribe, which would be the top best thing you can do. So over on the Discord, I created for the top tier level a brand new portfolio in 2025. Brand new, from scratch, zero, no holdings in it. And I said that this portfolio will be the value portfolio. And with this portfolio, we're gonna navigate 2025. I'm gonna show everyone what I would do if I were to start from the beginning, right? And to be able to beat the markets and also get a positive return for myself. Because that's at the point, at the end of the day, that's the point. You get into the markets, you put money in the markets so that you can get your money back and more. So far year to date, I have added 17 holdings in this brand new portfolio. The value of the portfolio is at $3,518.55 right now. We're taking it slow. That's the smartest thing you got to do, right? The smart thing when you actively manage a portfolio is to take it slow. You go with the opportunities. The total gain loss year to date is a loss so far year to date, but it is negative 0.79%. In this environment where the NASDAQ is down 10.42%, the S&P 500 is down 4.6%, this portfolio that I created is down only 0.79. And this total value that it says here, 3,518, by the end of the year will grow massively. It's not going to be 17 holdings. I plan on buying and buying and buying as the year goes along. There's going to be more holdings. The value of this will increase. And the point is for this to turn green. If you were to buy something from the NASDAQ top 100, like Broadcom, year to date, you'd be down 27.78%. We're definitely beating the NASDAQ. We're beating the S&P 500. We're beating investing in Broadcom in order to be fair and not just say, look, I have a value portfolio, it's doing awesome. And, you can't know anything about it because you don't want to join or you can't join my Discord, etc. I'll tell you one holding that is in my value portfolio, which I've told you many times before. One of the holdings that I have is Occidental Petroleum. Occidental Petroleum, right? Check it out if you want to. And now let's move on to the stock that I like and is very undervalued. So this stock is PUMA. I think you know PUMA, sportswear company, right? Not just apparel. They make shoes, and they're actually more famous right now for their sneakers than they are for their t-shirts. So PUMA is trading at $2.39. This that you see here is the all-time max lifetime chart of their Y class shares, right? Because if you wanted to invest in PUMA, you can get the PUMSY or the PUMSF, which is the F class shares. Those are trading around 24 bucks. Either way, whether you get the F or the Y class shares, the charts are the same. The movement is basically the same. If the Y goes up, the F goes up. Anyways, so PUMA, the other thing is that with the PUMSY, you get a lower volume. There's lower volume, like there's more volume in the F shares, but you can still, it's plenty. During the day, there's like 10,000, 40,000 in the middle of the day of volume. That's fine. You can get out like with 100 shares or whatever. Anyways, so PUMA SE. Now, someone asked me and said, Mike, it's trading on the OTC. Is that even normal? Yeah, it's normal. Don't think that the over-the-counter market is just for bad stocks. I mean, there's plenty of bad stocks over the counter, but there's also really solid companies that choose not to be on the NASDAQ or the New York Stock Exchange. And they're on, you can find them on the OTC market. PUMA trades on the German markets, Frankfurt, but you can also find it on the OTC. So that's that. Like I said, 239 max lifetime chart of this, and you see it's down here. I mean, this is it, a new low, as low as this gets, right? At 239, well, 236, I initiated a buy and I told my disc. Remember, it's now I'm up slightly. It's at 239. The market cap for this company, guys, is at $3.5 billion. The revenue last year was $9.13 billion. Right off the bat, we can look and say, wow, they made $9 billion in revenue, but the market cap is at $3 billion. That's not the way you see if a company is undervalued. Obviously, that would be stupid if I said that. It's not. But it does, draw my attention, and then I want to look further into it. And the PE ratio is at 12.24, which I think is pretty nice. So PUMA, together with its subsidiaries, engages in the development and sale of sports and sports lifestyle products, including footwear, apparel, accessories in Europe, Middle East, all over the world. The company offers sports lifestyle products for football, handball, rugby, cricket, volleyball, baseball, basketball. It issues licenses to independent partners to design, develop, manufacture, and sell watches, glasses, safety shoes, and much more. It's basically the same thing as your Adidas or your Nike, right? Let me know in the comment section below if you bought, if you have purchased any PUMA products, or you plan on purchasing, or do you think it's, a cool brand or not. Lately, on March 31, 2025, PUMA's new Hello Kitty drop is selling so fast, it's hard to find. And if we were to look from 2024 to present on Google Trends, you can see that PUMA sneakers that I searched, for example, is trending, and it is going up for the within the last 1 year, and it's starting to pick up pace. We're going to look at the revenue. I can tell you right now, before I show you the charts, the revenue is growing. Every single year, they make more money and more money and more money, which is awesome. That means that people like the product and they're getting more customers. But their operating expenses have outpaced their sales, which is something that I guess is one of the reasons why PUMA is not really doing all that well. The other reason I think they're not doing all that well as a stock, and maybe I'm wrong, is that because this company is not on the New York Stock Exchange. I mean, they should have been on the US markets. I mean, just, chilling over in Europe, I don't know. But whatever, it is what it is. They also have a stagnant net income. Although that may sound negative, it's positive in the sense that their net income is positive every year. High-profile collaborations that they have with Rihanna. They also did high-profile collaborations lately with F1 Formula. They also have a dividend yield, 2.34%. 5 cents, almost 6 cents. This chart compares the current stock price with various estimations of its intrinsic value. The current stock price appears to be lower than most of the calculated intrinsic value, which means that the stock is trading massively undervalued. Let's look at the revenue. From 2020 to 2024, it is constantly increasing, very healthy. The debt is increasing, but it is just $1.7 billion. It sort of went down from 2023. We can see the financial performance of the past 5 years, let's say, of the company, and you can tell that the revenue, you can see here, it is growing. The earnings are always positive, but sort of flat. This is the stagnant net income they've been talking about. In the latest earnings, they had an increase of 4.4% in the revenue, growth recorded across all regions. Gross profit was up 100 basis points, and operating expenses increased. That's a negative part that the company has, but I believe they're going to work on it. I believe management, they said they are working on it, and you know what? I think they're going to succeed. And just fundamentally, this company, I think, is trading undervalued. Positives and negatives from their latest earnings, you can see here. If you want to pause the video, so you can read it. I'm not going to read it all. They have good sales growth. They have improved gross margins. Inventory adjustment. The negatives would be the flat operating results, decreased net income, although still positive, increased operating expenses, which I think is the one that everyone keeps focusing on. operating income right here, and you can, the operating income, in case you're not sure, it is the amount of profit a company has after paying all their expenses related to their core operations. By the way, one thing I want to mention, because many people ask me, where do I get these charts from? I get them from stockanalysis.com. Stockanalysis.com is not a sponsor of this video. I have no affiliation with them, but I believe that they are one of the best websites anyone can use to get really simplified and well detailed and explained charts. Net income right here at 281 million. It is positive. I'm sure it's been decreasing from 2022, but it is positive. The free cash flow has increased on the other hand, so that's awesome, and it's positive. Overall, this company is awesome. I love PUMA. I think their products are cool. I think this company is an amazing investment. I sort of see it as a safe investment, but that's just my opinion. If I were to focus on risks for PUMA, now I have seen a PDF file where they list all their factory locations, and pretty much almost all their factory locations are in Asia, China, Vietnam. If there was a risk, it would be the tariffs. How would tariffs affect this company? So far, PUMA's peers like Nike, Adidas, Lululemon, and other brands that are on the stock market are not doing well this year, right? So those are the risks. But those are short-term risks, obviously, or I'm hoping at least. When I look at it as an investment over a 2, 3, 5-year horizon max, nothing more than that, I think I will get my returns. I will get very generous positive returns by investing in PUMA. This is just my opinion. I may be wrong. I'm not a financial advisor. Do not trade or invest according to my YouTube videos. If you want to join my Patreon and have access to this value portfolio, which, by the way, like I said, the value portfolio will increase in holdings, but at the same time, it's actively managed. So as I add during the year, I will also subtract from it. And that way, it's also like a learning curve, if you want to look at it that way, to see how is this portfolio managed, for what reasons. I explain the reasons why I add something or why I would subtract it, and when I will subtract it, etc. And to see how this portfolio grows, right, through the year and so on. If you want, the value portfolio is only available in the top tier level, and the link is at the bottom of the description of this YouTube video. Like I said, you don't need to join. You can just hit the subscribe button, which really, really does help this channel. I wish you all the best, and take care.